Salutations, family, and welcome back to Inside the Eye of the Storm. For a while now, I've been wanting to come online and share a little bit of masculine perspective on the very triggering idea of interracial dating and the prospect of expanding your horizons by dating outside of your race. It's a very triggering and polarizing talking point right now in Black community, and especially on social media, and particularly on TikTok, where here recently I've seen a proliferation of women attempting to shame Caucasian men into seeing them as viable options for dating and possibly marriage. It's very triggering, and I'm sure it gives many Black women and Black men second-hand embarrassment to see these women take to social media and do all of this dry bagging and carrying on, trying to convince and actually persuade or coerce Caucasian men into seeing them as viable dating options. I agree that everybody should be able to date who they want. They should be able to love whoever they want. But everybody should have free will to date who they want. No one should be coerced, and no one should be trying to attempt to shame people into dating them or seeing them as viable options for companionship. But right now, I'm going to jump on to a TikTok video that highlights exactly what I'm talking about, with a young lady who tries to go into a whole diatribe concerning a video that a gentleman created with him dating 50 women from 50 different states. Let's take a look at the video.
So this guy has made a show of going on a date with a woman from every state. And let me just show you why he's getting a lot of hate. I think it's fair to say that my guy has a type. But here's what really makes me mad. Where is the seasoning? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, because I'm feeling like this was unnecessary.
And here, family, I have another glaring example where another woman of color chooses to highlight a video of a Caucasian man who did the same trend, the dating 50 women from 50 states trend. And she tries to coerce and tries to shame this Caucasian man into dating women of color. Let's jump into it and take a look at this.
I randomly came across this video here, and I'm stitching it so you can kind of see. I've personally taken offense to this, and I am admitting that's part of my past, and I've dated a guy, maybe multiple, who are kind of having a preference like this. And obviously all these girls are gorgeous and they seem excellent. It's just that it's sad to me, because why are we not attracted to people who aren't white? And I'm not trying to say that you can't like a certain way that people look, but out of 50, you're doing this for a video. Not a single girl is Black, and I think maybe there's a light skin, maybe mixed girl, but you know what I mean.
And when you look at this, family, this is very tragic, because it only highlights the desperation that these women have found themselves in. These women have refused to take constructive criticism from the men of their own race. They refuse to even try to meet their male counterparts halfway in relationships. They refuse to take constructive criticism to improve themselves. So instead of them trying to meet Black men and being constructive relationships and amorous relationships with Black men, they've come up with the bright idea that they'll just move on to greener pastures and they'll date white men. But you see, with these women, they're in such desperation now, and they want to embarrass and belittle Black men so much that they've even taken the social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok to proclaim that they're divestors, and they want to say that they're going to go on to greener pastures and seek more viable options for amorous relationships. But when you look at it, You see that their love for these men and their desire to date these Caucasian men is not being reciprocated. That's why, out of desperation, they've sunk to such low standards as dry begging and try to coerce these Caucasian men into seeing them as viable options in amorous relationships, to the point where they're actually making videos criticizing the right for these men to choose who they want to date in their videos. It's very triggering, it's very offsetting, and it gives me secondhand embarrassment, not as only a black man, but as a black person in general, and as it should to the whole black community. We got to look at what we're doing here on these platforms with this gender war. We got to take into consideration, yes, everybody does have the option of interracial dating and loving whoever they want. I'm wholeheartedly with that. But when you start seeing people sinking to the level of trying to coerce or shame other people into dating them outside of their race because they have such a low self-image and they have such a low self-worth of themselves, this is not going to work, and this is a black mark on the image of the black community throughout everything. Thank you. If you see anything worth value in this episode of Inside the Eye of the Storm family, please feel free to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can join me here for more insight and more social commentary. I'll see you next time, family. Peace.